Right. This in. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, hello everyone. It is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2016. I'm Dentral and we're still playing Final Fantasy XI Online. Alright. Before we go and do too much, we're going to go over some notes. We've got the third week of the Vanadil Rainbow campaign starting up today. A lot of it's, I can't say a lot of it's staying the same as what it's been, but there are a couple changes. I'll just go over that fast here. I noticed first one this morning when I was logging on to Song. I want to say it's the first one. It's not the first one on this. Delve Campaign Plus. During this campaign, Delves will undergo the following changes. Earn double the usual amount of Mewa Plasm when defeating monsters or clearing a delve. Monsters will drop air elixirs and air elixirs +1 when defeated. This one's big for all you synthesis skilling people. As the name implies, the rate of synthesis skill increase will be doubled for the duration of the campaign. These gains do not apply to synergy. Oh well. Mog Garden campaigns. Mog Gardens will undergo the following modifications throughout the duration. The number of shining stars received when entering a Mog Garden will be doubled. The coastal fishing net will provide different special items. I guess I should be clicking on the fishing net. I know what the special item could be. Items may be harvested from monster rearing twice per day. Following items will be sold in the garden specifically throughout the duration. Pouch chestnut. Stuffs. Wildskeeper Reeve campaign. During this campaign, Wildskeeper Reeves will undergo the following changes to make them more accessible. The required fame and bailed cost of the key item required to participate has been reduced. Enemies will drop 2 pinches of high quality bailed. Enemies will drop Mog coupons, AW, WK, what that was, and the respawn times for the following notorious monsters have been reduced. Okha, T'Chaka, Achuka, Umex, Urkan, and Kumahu. Now, since we haven't ever done a Wildskeeper Reeve, I really don't know what that means. Alright, Alter Ego Expo. Alter Egos will receive the following improvements for the duration of the campaign. Alter Ego maximum HP and MP are increased by 50%. Alter Egos have stronger resistance to status up. Vagary campaign. During this campaign, defeated monsters are more likely to drop the etched memory codex of etchings items. Additionally, exchanging the following key items at the Odyssean passage in Lefalia will yield 2 additional rewards. Fabricated Ward of Fighting Winds, Fabricated Ward of Miasma, Ward of Impurity, Ward of Ashen Wings, and the Ward of the False King. These are the same rewards as those available via the dialogue option, whatever the master deems. High tier mission battlefield campaign. The number of personal drops in the following battlefields will be increased by 1, and players will receive either a Pluton case, Pluton box, Chunk Biatsu, Biatsu case, Biatsu box, Riftborn boulder case, or a boulder box. Higher quality items will drop more frequently on higher difficulty. So all this stuff will give the Biatsu things, which I would imagine most people would be, but not always. And Ryzen Jimagi's Fate equipment campaign, an additional personal reward will drop from Gee's Feet, Notorious Monsters, and Ryzen Jima, providing you with an extra chance to obtain their spoil. Would explain the other Twitch streams I was watching earlier. Everybody was in Ryzen Jima, killing as many monsters as they could. Abjuration Dial campaign. Alright, receive a dial key AB once per day upon login. This special key can be traded to a Gabi Mystery Box NPC in order to spin the special dial and perhaps win a valuable prize. Daily tally will not be consumed upon spinning the dial, and only characters for whom at least 45 days have passed since character creation are eligible for the Gabi Mystery Box. So that's that. I'm going to turn our capture off. There we go. We are in Warmart Basalt Fields. We're not going to be here for long. We're just killing 10 more. So let us... I'm gonna get Phelan X back on myself. And then we're gonna flash this lizard. And then we're gonna try and grab all these other lizards. Actually, let's get this one since he's the furthest away. Magic. Flash. And of course this other one's like, no, I'm gonna run over here. Dude. Hey, look, Mike works. Thank you, Lennis Rep, and happy Tuesday. I did check that, didn't I? Yeah, it's working just fine. Oh! Come on, controller. Gonna run in between these two, just like a goal. Here we go. Now, you don't have to grab all 10 lizards. You can, quite honestly, kill them all one at a time, and it takes probably just about as much time. But I kind of like doing it, only for the simple fact of it seems like I get more shield skill ups this way. And I'm sure that's not what actually happened. Alright. One. Getting a little bit of lag. Alright, just gotta get this last one here. And this will be 10 easy prey lizards. Oops. I want to flash. I wanted to attack it. Oh well, this works too. Now we're animation locked. As long as nobody uses an AoE, this will just take a couple of minutes. That being said, I got Koromower in the party, and he doesn't look like he's going to be casting a cure on me. That one's dead. 9 more. And they all run away. Boom, boom, boom. There's a shield skillet. Why are you killing Lizzies? I like Lizzies. Nobody's ever killing these guys, so... somebody's got to give them some love. That, and I think one of the skills that I got repeatable is Conflict Normal at Assault Fields number 2 for an extra 100 capacity point, which is the only reason why. Reason enough for me. And now they're all over the place. There's an even 10 of them. It's Aquin for limited. Yeah, I know, I saw that. But we were already here. Alright, abilities, weapon skill, circle blade, because that's weak. But keeps the hate. Going back up just a little bit. Got the flashes again. A little bit more. See, and wow, I was okay at kind of controlling the mobs so that I could get them to move the way I wanted them to. I'm not sure if it's the terrain or what. I'm not as good at this in FF11. I'm sure it has more just to do with my skills. In fact, I'm probably using the controller. There's a job point. What we'd like to see. Two more. And eat this thing, make up some juice. We're already out of space, too. Embarrassing. One more. Last one. And we'll go ahead and do Savage Gift on this one. For the win. Almost 9k. Not too bad. We also got a new sword. New to us. It's probably an old sword. Not very good. Well, not awesome. But it was on the auction house for like 50k. The Dija sword. Got a little bit more damage than what we had before. Delay is also a little bit greater, but not that much. Accuracy not great. Sword skills a little bit higher. Parrying skills a little higher. Magic accuracy skills just the same. And the additional effect TP drain might come in handy. What we were using before was the Sparks sword, Eminent Centaur. And I'm gonna be honest, I just really didn't like the way it looked. And I know we now live in a FF11 where we can simply pick the weapon that we want and use the animation model anytime we want, but I don't like playing the game that way. I thought I would. I really thought I would, but no, I rather, even though the stats aren't the best, rather keep the armor sets. You know, you can't have a AF feet mixed in with relic body mixed in with Empyrean helm. I mean, you can, and it's perfectly fine if that's what the stats call for or what you need, but I don't know, I just really like the way relic. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But what we're going to do next, since we got a bunch of extra stuff we don't need, we're going to trade Z crystals. Do this thing, make up some. I don't want to trade the fire. I don't have to. Oh, we probably will. You can actually sell that stuff on you. We'll do 2 for like 5k, easy 5k. And then we'll eat this last thing as well, and then finally get back onto Figures of Adoulin missions. Soul Siphon is the name of what we're on right now. At least that's what we were on last night. Missions, not items. There we go. Yep, Soul Siphon. The princess may not have suffered a scratch, but it turns out that Ingrid, not the Wildcat, is the one who wanted to get her paws on Arciella all along. So we're going to click the hollowed pathway target in the ear drifts at the southwest corner of G11 for a cutscene with Ingrid and Adoulin that completes the mission and begins the next. And Lanos Rep, what have you been up to? You don't mind me asking. And are you still playing the Learn Japanese or Die? Kinda. I have to admit, I'm kind of interested. We can't go to Premier Drifts from here. We're gonna have to, I guess, go to Western Adoulin. Probably just decent, or as good as the next one. And yummy cocoa. Well, coffee with cocoa and sugar and stuff to warm us, because it's like 50 degrees outside and raining. It's so cold in Texas. I haven't since Sunday. So, don't blame you. Nobody wants to learn weekdays. That's what Sundays are for. And I'm helping a friend get the grip of FF11 after being gone for about 7 years. That's pretty cool. It would be, what, 2009? So that would have been around the same time Abizia came out, I think. I forget when Abizia came out. I want to say that came out in 2008, but maybe wrong. Maybe that was Wings of the Goddess time. Khmer Drifts. Frontier Biovac number 2, 50 units. Wonder which one we're doing. Did your friend also transfer servers to Asura, or... I'm assuming it's a he. You say a friend. Could be a she friend. Need more she friends in Alright, just in case we need it, let's get some Taro Kill Squad out. And what we are looking for is G11. So this is 11. This is G. So it's going to be here. Southwest corner. So right about here. I guess pretty close to where we were before. Oh, she's been gone longer than... I think she left shortly before Abizia. Is a she friend. Awesome. Sorry. That wasn't polite. Kind of sexist. I apologize. But still pretty awesome. How do we get across? Oh, I remember now. Alright, let's go to the west. We're gonna head over this way. I think when Abysia, or right before Abysia came out, that was when World of Warcraft, I think, was in its prime. A lot of players left FF11 to play that, myself included. And it's been a long time since I've wanted to play some WoW. But I don't know. I mean, if any expansion would have brought me back, it would have been that last one. Got to go back in time, fighting with the orcs before they became green baddies. But I don't know. That wasn't enough. This next one was bringing back the Legion. I think it had Sylvanas in the trailer. She didn't say anything. That thing. I don't think she can. That's just me. Anyway, enough WoW. Talking about FF. I made this mistake last night too. Thought you could come this way, but you can't. No. Go a little bit further. But we'll remember one of these days. We'll always make this same mistake. Leafkins! Sprightly Leafkin. They look like easy prey and have low evasion. Can't imagine something made out of grass having high defense, but I suppose it's possible. Left. Alright. Over here. Make a left over there. We're just going to follow the left wall, actually. Oh, that's also a one-way drop. Yep. Going to follow this wall on our left-hand side, so we won't get lost. We probably will get lost. We didn't get lost last night. Actually, we did, but not during this part. It was an earlier. Yep. I was reading ahead a little bit on missions tonight. We actually... Whoa. Why are you... seem like so much bigger than the other ones? Because, you know, this one is clearly not as big as this one. Or maybe it is. Yeah, I guess it's just more perspective, but not a notorious monster. That's the important thing. Alright. Oh no, we're losing our sneak. So sad. And keep going a little bit straight once we get a little bit past whatever those things. They rams. They're orange rams. That's what this game needs, is more orange mobs. Bestest color ever. Watch him use 100 Fist as a job ability. Alright, we're in G11. Let's go ahead and start spamming the tab key till we find a blockaded path. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a hollowed pathway. The southwest corner. Watch it be on the other side. There it is. Followed pathway. Alright, let's cross our fingers. Hope we don't mess this up. Probably messing it up. Before you lies a narrow opening to a cragged tunnel, large enough for one person to pass through at a time. Ingrid and the other exorcists likely used it to make their escape. Proceed? Oh, yeah. Take us someplace else. Oh, we're in Sardos Caverns. I guess is what we were expecting. Excuse me. White Maid is on the run. Oh. What? Since when did piles of rubble move? Oh, dear. But let's end up in the middle of them, and that's when they'll... Surprise! That one's gonna get shanked from behind. He's all like, it's over here! Mm-hmm. Yep, eyes are glowing. Bad stuff's gonna happen. Cyndaquil to the rescue. Do you hear that? Cyndaquil? It sounds like those thieves are about to meet their maker. Those lithic figures were once deadly beasts. They were petrified long ago, however, by 7 guardians of the forest who had sworn fealty to August and his retinue, his gang. But now, I fear they... Dot. Big boom! Yeah, cure yourself out of that. Like how our eyes get bigger and our jaw hung a little bit lower. Gonna get stepped on, isn't she? Impossible! They are but mere rocks, and I am... About to get geoduted. Alright, so now this should be a new mission. Like Adoulin. Adoulin stonewalled. Ingrid made off with Arciella's soul, but ran into a horde of towering statues from ages past. Bore through these colossi with your martial prowess and leave them in the... So... Click the hollowed pathway to target in Chimera Drifts at the southwest corner. Again, to enter battlefield. It is possible to enter solo, and alter egos can be summoned in the coming battle. Alright. So this could go bad. It probably will go bad, but... We're gonna try it nonetheless. And... Stonewalled. Yes. Request for entry is being considered. Boom, 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 boom. Must be transferring to another server. Now entering Cerdos Caverns with a U. I wonder what the U stands for. Gotta mean something. Suppose it doesn't have to mean. Alright, we're gonna turn names back on. Alright, let's get Protect and Shell up. Wait, no, I'm not in light spell. And now, Cyndaquil. Here we go. Map. Wide scan. That's what the one we're looking for. The Primogenial Marrowlith. If I remember correctly, this is the only thing that needs to be killed. The Primogenial Marrowlith is assisted by gargoyle drudges. Only the Marrowlith needs to be defeated to win. And so we're gonna target that thing first and attack it, and then I'll try and just super tank everything else. And hopefully keep hate off the Shantoto. Okay, we got Reprisal. Where's our other spells? Guess that's all we're using. Okay, I'm fine with that. So, Tartar Kill Squad. By the time I get the Tartar Skill Squad out, the Reprisal's gonna have more. Okay with that. I want to get a cure for myself too. Oh, and Bayonets. You will die with this one. Uh-oh. Did I get 2 healers out then? Well, we got Karaha Baroha. This we do. Balin Axe. I don't think I've got any defense for you, do I? Alright. We'll see. But yeah. Don't expect good things. Alright. This way. Oh, he's right there. Go ahead, turn the mob ever so slightly, just in case there's any AoE stuff. Wonder why the other guys haven't shown up yet. Oh. Was no longer silenced? Oh, that's right. There's a silencer. Ability, weapon skill, Purple Blade ready just in case. Therefore, myself. Where are you going? Alright. Just run this way. Be a hate reset. It's at less than 50%, so this guy isn't too hard, if it wasn't for the ads. Not so worried about the ads, but alright. Bam, Cure 4's on yourself now. And alright, Shantoto. Well, I guess as long as Shantoto stays up, it's a guaranteed win. The rest of the party got wiped. But that's not true. Someone else lived. But, yeah. Win! Now we get to... Ah, you're Pally. I tried soloing on Thief. It's what I read, that Thief was doing pretty good. Everyone else was using, what you call it? White Mage subs to, it's the silence that was messing everybody else up. I didn't even have to remove it myself, but oh well. Why? Why would you even bother saving us? Need a reason. I don't know either. Why would we bother saving you? So, we are too far beneath you to even deserve an answer? Yeah, I like that. Prithee, enlighten me as to how the weather fares upon thy high horse. Can I answer that? Please let me answer it. Oh, alright. Take another bottle. And how come Ingrid doesn't have to pull these bottles out from her butt? She actually got pockets. Never mind. What an utter rout. I hardly deserve to hold on to this after such an embarrassing display, so you may have it back, Cyndaquil. Yay, we've got the soul of Arciela. Know that Arciela has not perished. Her soul has merely been transferred to a different vessel. Once you use this, all shall revert to as it was. It's a trap. I just think it's a trap. With the exception of us exorcists, that is. There is nothing left to us now but to atone for our failures. Alright. And we got the soul siphon. Yay! Probably be on a new mission. Still got gravity on us? Yes. No TP. Let's get the Taratara Kill Squad back out. Missions. Adoulin mission. Salvation! Now that Ingrid has admitted defeat and handed over the Soul Siphon, it is time to return this animus to Arciela. Obviously. So, return to the Crawling Cave, target for a cutscene with Ingrid, Arciela, and Darkulin. That completes this mission and begins the next. That's gonna be easy. I say easy, but yep. scroll up a little bit. I want to see which ones died, if it actually shows it. It didn't show which ones died. Oh well. Alright, so Spectral Jig. Does look like the gravity is gone, so if I remember correctly, we're just going to hug the left wall. See where it takes us. There we go. That's the blockaded path. That's not what we want. I think it is. Looking for F11, which is more to the west. Ish. Sure. Bum, bum, bum. Lost yet. Here we go. This is F11. One of these should take us into like a little tunnel. Thought it was. There we go. A crawling cave. Just up. And the icon went away. I'm good with that. Take off that. Click on that. Bring the names back off. Because we don't like our names on our cutscenes. Don't ask me why, we just don't. So that's it for the battle for today. Hopefully there'll be more interesting stuffs. We shall see. At least she can still breathe without eating a soul. Oh, would you be able to eat all that other fun stuff needing to be done? I don't know. Got really big eyelashes. Just saying. I guess they're not big eyelashes so much as they're eyelashes. If I were you, Arcilla, I would never forgive me for betraying you. Thus, I shall graciously accept whatever punishment you wish to mete out to me. Make her dye her hair a different color. Look at me, Ingrid. We may reside on opposite sides of the colonization issue, but we're both Adoulinians. This nation has no hope for survival if we resort to violence. Isn't that right, Cyndaquil? No. Finish her. I haven't recovered nearly enough to inflict pain upon anyone. I'll do it for you. You always were more willing than me to get your hands dirty, Cyndaquil. Well, Ingrid, there you have it. There's no point in letting old wounds fester. But I took your soul. My soul? Perhaps. But I'm still alive and well. That's all that really matters, right? How can you be so forgiving? It's obvious that the Exorcist's aid is vital to ensuring that colonization continues. For the good of our nation, I don't want to burn bridges that don't need to be. Wouldn't you agree? No. As you will. I would venture to say her heart is larger than Big Bridge. Now who's talking? Oh, however, that may very well... You look rather out of sorts, Cyndaquil. Everything all right? The beast can communicate with me. Yeah. I couldn't be better. Are you sure? You seem a little tired to me. I couldn't be better. It's gonna be just one of those things over and over again. Beast can communicate with me. What? You can hear him inside your head? I hate to say it, but I can't hear a thing. Wait, could that fruit Rosalatia gave you possibly be working its magic here? If it is, does that mean this the heart of a whole other saga? And here I thought we were about to find a cure for my brother's ailment. Well, we're going to check out her face, her heaving chest, I want to call that heaving, her hilt clutching hands. Let's check out the face. It's just creepy. What's wrong? There's something in my teeth? Bum, bum, bum. So now I get to check out the heaving chest. Wow, they actually do zoom in on it. Busted! I like how she's all pretending like, huh? I don't get it. Totally gets it. You point emphatically to the poignard she wields. What about my brother's gesture? You think he wasn't pointing to me, but to Ortharcine? Now that I think about it, I also swear I've heard that cryptic riddle Theodore told you before. Oh, I know! It's remarkably similar to the poem my father would tell us as children. Well, cutscene time. Well, I don't know. Can you call these cutscenes? We gotta find a better description for it. Like, I don't know. Panning across a mosaic? See? If I it's remarkably similar to the poem my father would tell us as children. I remember because his face would always become eerily gray when he told it. I'm pretty sure I also heard it on the night I first saw Ortharcine. The poem I heard isn't exactly the same as what Theodore told you, but I believe it goes like this. In an age whence stayed then in his land, the oar of the swallow's white word shalt be fulfilled. The warrants of forest shalt rise, the murk blade high, and one of the white feathers shalt flourish in the sword's sext. But that's a poem. I guess so. So the blade in question is Ortharcine, and the time of the prophecy is our own. Yes, said the quill. That must be it. Okay. Don't get it, but hey, we're all outside now. And it's funny. Still want to finish off the white mages. He-Man pose. Blow up the mountain. Yep. What it did. Done and blown up the mountain. Look, everyone. More. What in the... Dragon? No, it's not a question. It's just a dragon. Kinda looks dragonish too, doesn't it? But we've seen dragons before. The Scourge of the Land. Rumored to have emerged from Vanadil's primordial muck with the birth of the Ubukan continent, this pearlescent worm inevitably, yeah, I guess so, appears before Adoulinians in the midst of great calamity. Therefore, the populace has come to regard its presence as an ill omen of the highest degree. Now see what she's done. Of late, though, a new theory has been put forth by a scholarly collective. It asserts that the Scourge reveals itself not as the harbinger of crisis, but as a savior to deliver Ubuka from a cataclysmic destruction. Neither hypothesis, however, has been proven. Thing about hypotheses. That is the Scourge of the Land. The Annals say the disaster and calamity follow in the wake of its wings, but I always assumed its existence to be more parable than fact. It's positively gargantuan, and yet it retains such an air of dignity and grace. Is this what my brother wanted all along? For us to call forth this regal giant. Slay it. Well, we probably will fight it. Who am I kidding? Dynamis. Let's hope that the latest theory proves true, and this dragon sends our nation soaring above disaster rather than up in flames. Well, at least it was kind of pretty. Alright, we lost the key item, the Soul Siphon. We should be on a new mission. The Lemur of Portent. By raising Ortharsine high, Arciella unwittingly called forth the Scourge of the Land. Is this Alabaster Wyvern an omen? Is it Wyvern or Wyvern? I always say Wyvern, but I'm Texan, so I'm probably saying it wrong. Is this Alabaster Wyvern an omen of destruction or a savior sent by the goddess? Whichever it is, Arciella has resolved to make contact with the dragon. Alright, so we gotta wait until the next... Oh no, really? Wait until the next game day. Speak to LaVille and the Pioneers Coalition for a cutscene with... No. This is gonna take a little while, because it's like 5:27, but yeah. Wyvern? The dragon! Stupid game! What to be like, just like worm? But... I don't know. So, we've gotta wait till Ice Day's over. I wasn't expecting. Oh well. We got a backup plan. The Bastook! We're gonna sell off some stuff. Actually, no, I think I could probably just shove it all into delivery box and send it to... Who should I send it? Send it to Dark Schneider. I'm gonna have some... We could probably also vendor trash the rest. There we go. And then we'll go and see if we can pick up about 2 or 3 coins from Boo-Boo-Remove. Search area down by the dynamis. Boo-Boo-Remove. Got 1 Thief 99, Dancer 49. Watch them be going after the same stuff that we're going to be going after. Could happen, but probably be enough for both. I'm gonna talk to this guy real fast here because we really are low on space. The Arceus. Yeah. Oh, and look at that. We don't even have a whole lot of free slots available to us. Always the way. There isn't too much else, is there? Suppose these things happen. Keys, right? One thing I like, I got my keyboard in a drawer. I don't have to have it out all the time. That's handy, one aspect, but when you actually do some serious typing, awkward. Because you got the lid of the drawer here. Oh yeah, maybe we'll get our box of dolls. Give me the box of dolls. Okay, got a potted plant, which is not as great as a box of dolls, but fine plants. The only thing I don't like about this plant though is it takes 4 slots as opposed to just a single slot. We're gonna sell off the hair meat. What we got that? We're gonna sell off the lizard eggs. The Aurora Bass, 490. That's bad. Lizard tails, definitely don't need those. Goodbye. Dryad roots, definitely don't need you. Goodbye. And Mako grass. Gold dust. Gotta find something that works for, but. And how much does it leave us? Hopefully 10 free slots. Exactly 10 free slots. What I want... I already forgot what I was going to say. Yep, it's all gone. It'll come back to me. What we're going to do here is we're going to change jobs. Change jobs. Main job. Support job. Dancer. And let's go ahead and change our macros while we're thinking about it. Macro. Edit macro. Thief. Works. Collecting area tags are 2. Buck Mines works just fine. Do we need Signet in Dynamis? I don't think you get conquest points for killing mobs in there. I'm pretty sure you don't, actually. I know Dynamis areas are not... You can't, like, take it over for Bastook or Sandy. The important thing is the Signet bonuses apply to, like, you know, you get a bonus to, like, killing easy prey and that kind of thing. And really, I don't know. I would want to say yes, but that's really just a guess. Signet affects Dynamis. Thank you, Renus Rip. So we should definitely get Signet put on us. Make us kill the mobs faster. Oh, never mind. We're getting ready to start. Where'd it go? Lee? That's right, I moved some of these macros around. Job ability time's getting ready to start. Oh, sorry, does not affect. I'm glad I didn't turn around to go get it. Yeah. What's going to happen here is we're going to have such a hard time finding the time extensions. Not that we really need all the time extensions for more time, so we're going to be in here for less than an hour. But we do want the ability to actually proc the mobs increased. So you do have to get all 5 time extensions for that. That being said, 8 o'clock, job ability time. Get our job ability trust out. Go down to this here. Job ability spam there. Still there. Spectral jig here. And maybe we'll bump into the other player. I've got 3 sets now of farming job abilities. One just for job ability trust, where it's all dancers. Another for a bunch of samurais, who theoretically spam weapon skills, but it really doesn't work too well. And then the magic users. And using this setup solo without Dent killing stuff as quickly as it procced, we were able to get about 600 bronze pieces in a couple of hours. Twice. Now, it's still dependent upon whether or not you actually proc the mob. A lot of luck involved with that. And weapon skills. And first time we did it, we got 600 coins. We're like, yay, this works. Second time we did it, we only got 400 coins. We're like, oh, maybe it doesn't work all the time. And then the third time we did it, we got another 600 coins. So I guess that averages to about 500, which is still decent. I like 600. You can get to say, you know, hey, that's like 3 million gil in 2 hours if you're to actually sell it. Probably a little bit more. Let's start looking under whites. Nope. Alright, a little bit further to the south just in case. Although I don't think it's going to be down here. Best icon. Looking for the avatar idol, but not here. It's fine. Get that dynamis. We were lucky on the weekend. It was always the Adamant King image for the 20-minute time extension, so we didn't spend too much time. We didn't waste too much time looking for it. Why Boo Boo Remu? Well, I will show you. We get to focus on just one little area by the outpost, fighting rabbits. Effigy, no image, a bunch of scorpions. Well, we still got the goblin statue. Check out. Map. Wide scan. Hold on, antivirus. Ah! That method. Snake's wearing off. I should be worried. We're gonna go that off, turn that back on. We're gonna go back over here. Ifrit looks bigger when he's been summoned by a goblin. Ifrit's pretty big, but just say. Alright, I don't think there's any more beastmen over here, so I'll run over here and stab any dragons along the way. I don't even know what the moon phase is. But I'm going to assume that our 20-minute extension is going to be the orcs. I guess. I would have figured I would have come across it by now. Just like I figured I would have come across one of those dragons by now. That's gonna happen. There's one. Mr. Antivirus. Will I stab you repeatedly? A search for another. Actually, we're looking for the adamant image for the 10-minute extension. Here it is. Right behind us. Oops. I aggroed the militant. I'm trying to remember, is that the monk? Kinda looks like a monk. Got a bunch of dancers out, yet nobody's used a haste samba. Up with that. I'm getting railed upon. There we go. Gotta really spam this guy. Yeah, here comes 100 Fist. It's difficult to proc them when you don't have any of these time extensions on. But it's okay. At least we tried. Adamant King image should be over here. We didn't get a 100 note, did we? No. My treasure hunter is fail. Full of fail. Kusa is ninja. Protector, I think, is red mage. Vigilante would be Dark Knight. Let's take out the ninja. At least attempt to. And we got an Undertaker too. I'm going to get you, little Titan. Somebody cast me a cure. Where this Undertaker goes and summons something else. My goodness, we like... I guess I should have used a ranged attack. Yeah. Alright, we got a Bard's Roundlet. Good luck, Bard. Ability, weapon skill. Let's do Adoulin Edge. And no procs on that one. Last one. Stirring Waltz. Spectral Dig. Go and find us a Avatar Idol. Best icon. That's not what you're looking for. It's not down there. There it is. Avatar Idol. Didn't even need to use white scan this time. Have this. Don't take very long. Alright. Securing Waltz. Actually, I guess I should use erase. Get rid of that bio effect, but it'll wear off on its own in a matter of time. Oh, and we got Flea going on right now because of our boots. Neat. There's a goblin statue. I don't have a ranged attack macro, so we'll just stab it. Hopefully it won't aggro all of the goblin bards this time, which is what we normally do. Alright, so that should be 3 time extensions. 1, 2, 3, yep. Thought I saw something. I was mistaken. Alright, so there should be 1 war chief dude mixed in here. And since I haven't seen the other player, that kind of makes me think that they're going to be in the same area that I'm aiming for. Which isn't the end of the war. That wasn't the war chief, was it? Just a second. There's the war chief tombstone. Do we go any further? No further. Right there. Dang it. Got bard aggro. That's embarrassing. And now we got mesmerizer aggro and pillager aggro, and this orc camp sucks. I'll just say that. Alright, pillager you can do job rolls. That. Mesmerizer is not so much. Okay, we got a yellow proc. And everyone's getting poisoned, or at least attempting to get poisoned. Proper aim and voucher incoming. Spectral jig ready. Go and go up here, hit the erase button, throw that bio, spectral jig button. And run back this way. If all goes according to plan, there should be 1 final war chief tombstone in this next camp. And if not, I'm not going to waste any more time looking for it, because we're already at the less than 30 minutes left until the next game day. So, yeah. Sergeant Tombstone. Uh-oh. There it is, War Chief Tombstone, in the center of a Vexer and a boulder. It's Fish! Hello, Fish. Happy Tuesday. Yep. Oh, look! More orcs! I didn't even see them. They all look alike. Alright. So glad we got that high evasion going on right now. Ability, weapon skill, Adoulin edge, just to keep them all on me. That works too. Soldier's next. Let's go ahead and put the good shoes on. That. And we won't be taking as much damage. We'll probably be taking damage. Just too many guys. Hey, look at that! Ability, weapon skill, Adoulin edge. Spin it all around, knock him down. 2 more. Assuming that we don't aggro this backstabber over there. Get an erase on me. Okay. Get another erase on me because I want this bio. You can have it. Mayaka for the win. dun dun. Ability spam. I'm just going to check the other side real quick just to make sure that the other player that's in this zone isn't farming this camp, because that might come across as rude if I was to try and take over his deal, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, if he is here, he's doing a really good job of not killing the mobs. So, attack, job ability spam, and get it all done as quickly as possible. In fact, I should probably just aggro a bunch of these. But, there we go. The waltz there. We're gonna get too many though. I mean, I only got Koromoru for heals. But, go ahead and get these three. You, and you. Just like that. First one's propped. What more could you ask for? Maybe a Drain Samba. Drain Samba would be great, guys. Got enough dancers out there. No, I could be using it myself, but ability spam. Maybe, maybe not. Uh-oh. Don't make me a liar. You guys are supposed to prop these guys. There we go. And just like that. Down here, weapon skill EX, just knock it down really fast. Let's go grab some more. Bum bum bum. I guess I should have actually counted how many coins we started out with. It was less than 100, so how's that for a number? 3. Okay, enough. Since I'm in the yellow, I don't want to attract too much attention. A little bit that way, so thank you, Koromoru. I was starting to worry. No, 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 no! Shoot! That was the wrong button. Fortunately, it wasn't enough to kill him. But it looks like he's gonna die anyways. Yep. And Lilith is now tanking. Lilith's now getting cures. Koromoru is starting to hate his job. But why did I just agree to come red mage to this? Red mages don't get enough love and respect in this game. Maybe they do. I never do. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Fish, I moved back to the old server. Friend came back to the game and she really needed my help relearning everything. You're back on Cerberus! Awesome, Lanos. We're just gonna kill them one at a time now. Once we got a weapon skill. Macro there, we're gonna keep that one there, and then here. What I should do, put a weight on the weapon skill. This makes sense. Do weight 3, job ability reverse, flourish. Is that how you spell flourish? I remember. Guess we'll find out. Boom, boom. Ability spam. And when I mean everything newer than Treasures of Urgan. It's neat that you're ready to help her. There we go. Reverse flourish. Worked on the first try. And maybe Wings of the Goddess. It's already been staggered. And now we're gonna kill this one. Followed up with another job ability spam on this. Fortunately, we didn't let enough time elapse, it looks like, to get reverse flourishes going all the time. Maybe we did. Run over here. This is like the exact opposite direction of what I was doing on Saturday and Sunday. Counterclockwise as opposed to clockwise. Bam! Yep. We need improved gear so we can actually get better weapon skills when facing the dude. Ability. And job ability time's almost over, which means we're gonna have to be going to weapon skill. Isn't the end of the world either. Actually, maybe I'll go aggro all those. No, it's not like less than. Not even. By the time we aggro them all, it'll be 1600, and the way to do it's gonna be with like a AoE weapon skill. Refa all. And then give me my samurais. And what's there? And weapon skill ED is not for erectile dysfunction. It is for energy drain, which doesn't do any damage, which I'm okay with. I might be able to proc the mobs. I mean, all these other guys, they're going to be doing enough damage where I'm not going to have to worry about it. We got Tenzin, Ayumi, Korumaru, Gilgamesh, because he's the man. And I don't remember why I left Koltada in here. He does weapon skills, yes. I don't think he does them, how shall we say, well enough, often enough. But yeah, there you go. Easy to pull lots of bunnies. There we go. And that had no effect. This one's probably going to die before the rest of these guys get enough TP for their first one. Maybe get the guy's name. Thought it would be in here, but the kid with the wings. What's his name? Celtius. Would he be just decent one as opposed to? I know he doesn't do a lot of weapon skills, but he does have that ability that replenishes everybody's TP occasionally. But again, none of these guys have procced yet. We're just doing too much damage. And it's with the weapon skill procs that we have the hardest time with, because we just die before we get a chance to do it. But here we go. Now we got one. Which would be a great time to... nope, it wouldn't be. Now it's dead. I was gonna say it'd be a great time to make our cocktail. We're just an hour into the stream. Yep. All the bunnies have come back. What I hated the most about this game, all the bunny murder, is like the very first thing that we did when you leave Sandoria is start murdering bunnies. Somebody propped it. Don't think it was me. It's Gilgamesh pulling mobs. Thanks, Gilgamesh. Couldn't do it without you. He's okay to tank. I don't mind him. A dust cloud. And one more forgotten step. Again, not a proc. I like starting Basti. You kill bees first. Yes? These were good. There was a time when wind crystals were actually okay. And bats. And worms. Don't forget the worms. And bubbling Bernie. Oh, it's what we should do. I'll start a new character on a new server. I'll show up in Bastook. And then do a level 1 bubbling Bernie alliance. Try and take that guy out. Oh, Taru. It'd be so awesome. Need more cures, need more cures. You only got enough MP for like 3 cures. I'm like, no! Come back here. I'm gonna get you. Suppose it could work if everyone uses their 2 hours in the very beginning. Somehow get a thief to pop it and pull hate. How would you get a thief to hold hate after using 2 hour? Perfect dodge. Anything's possible. I just want to know. But then you'd have to kill it within 30 seconds. This button. Alright. Had no effect. Thanks, Gilgamesh. We got 1 coin out of that. And that is the plus side to these things dying as quickly as they do. Feel another plus to having Shantoto out full time. Not that I think we're getting skill chains. No effect. But 1 bronze piece. I think Windy also had bunnies, but they're bunnies that look like this, not the brown one. And they also had Mandy's, and Mandy's were also on the cute side. Goodness. It's gonna be one of those 400 coin kind of runs, isn't it? Oh well. And it looks like we're not getting the XP bonus that we had going on last week. Yeah, because I didn't read anything about an XP bonus, so probably also not a capacity point bonus. Shame. Oh well. XP is XP. Capacity points are capacity points, and coins are coins. Actually, experience points is kind of meaningless right now because we keep forgetting to use all the merit points we have right now because we are capped on merit points. Oh. Right. And even though it looks like I'm not getting any armor drops or damaged armor drops, we got one earlier when we were killing a orc or something, but actually cleared out a bunch of space and shoved all the -1 pieces into the Mog House. I got tired of tossing them. And we're gonna stay here. I mean, we're gonna continue farming Boobarimo for a little while, so at least until we get Aegis finished up. And we might come back to it occasionally. Alanos is probably shaking his head right now going, why don't you just use Windowware, man? Like, what, 20 storage slots I'm wasting right now? Just because I don't want to... I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Waste the time of tossing this and tossing that. That makes sense, right? I don't know. Automaton can use spell abilities, I think, and spells. It's from Puppet Master. I wonder how well that would work. Finally got a proc. I was starting to think we weren't ever gonna see one. I can't. Not with the weapons. But yeah, I know there's cooldowns. A ton. Just like there is on everything else. I'm going to get you, Nightmare Bunny. But Tenzin's going to get you first. Gilgamesh pulled the hate. That wasn't me. So we're gonna let him continue holding hate, because that's how he likes it. Until this other Nightmare Bunny that's off to the side there decides to mosey on over this way, and they're like, hey! Get the old guy. I wonder how well Matt's thrust would be in a party. No, I'm just hitting forehead because you're using this method. This is true, because it worked better on Sunday. I will go with that. Only working bad right now. Because Lanos is watching. Yep. Stab, stab, stab. There we go. Any others? One more. Actually, no, it looks like we got one behind us, doesn't it? Yep. Two more behind. No luck there. Biggest waste of time this camp. It's not so bad. You don't lose any time running from one camp to the next. But the weapon skill part is the slowest. Stab. Rock. What coins are we up to? It's a little over 100. Boom, boom, boom. The good news would be magic with the trust NPCs works a little bit better. There's gotta be bigger waste of time than this camp. Like, all of Dynamis Sandoria. That could be considered a waste of time. Unless you're going after Wootsor. Or Sparkling Stones. Now, Wootsor, I'm trying to remember where that comes from. I want to say it was Sandy. That might not be. Dead. Poor Mower's not running out of MP yet. Means we're not doing our job right. More roll calls. I thought you were supposed to dodge some of these. Excellent. It seems like we're just eating most of them with our face. Probably just seems that way. But it really was. There we go. Got us a proc. Took like, what, 5 minutes? Ish. Yep. Unfortunately, once magic proc time is upon us, it's gonna be time to leave and get back to the story. These things happen. Let's go ahead and get... Actually, no. I was gonna say, let's take off the opponent's ring and put the warp ring on. And keep the opponent's ring on as long as we can. And continue over here. No. Get you from behind. Hey, somebody. Not that much. Alright, 2137 out of 2400. There was a cutscene that I got on one of the Dentral Core mules. I was unlocking the mannequin on Ibone Crafter. And it's a kind of a fetch quest where you start in Mahora and they send you to Sabina and then they send you to Sandoria. And it was in Sandoria that the woodworker guild leader mentioned that they were working 25 hours a day to try and complete this one order that they had way back in the good old days. And I wasn't sure if that was an allusion to maybe they had wanted to make the game into 25-hour game cycles, or if he was just exaggerating for, you know, Elvin like to exaggerate. But I don't think there's 25 hours. Not even in this game. Now, I know in Star Trek, on Bajor, they have 26-hour days. That's probably just because, you know, the planet takes longer to spin around. Or maybe it's just all timed differently. Or maybe it's a Starfleet thing, and they've divided days up into 26 hours. Because, I don't know. What would be the point of having a 26-hour day? No proc. Again. Goromoru is out of MP though. Mars has a longer day. We'll leave that up. Still haven't seen the Martian movie. What's it called? I think it's called The Martian. Yes, with what's his name? Not Batman. Sorry, Matt Damon. I think that's his name. They look alike to me. I don't know why that is. Tempted to go see it. Kind of like I'm tempted to go see a bunch of other movies. Dab. Interstellar's another one that I've been meaning to watch for a long time. And of course the missus wants to go see Deadpool, because she likes Marvel. Oh, and Sunday finally got around to watching the Man of Steel movie. And wow, was I glad I didn't spend money on that. Oh, the pacing was so off in that. Oh well. Alright, we got Koromoru with 3 HP. Come on, Bunny. Use an AoE. Bunny, we want you to kill Koromoru. A little too early on that. Love it how he casts Refresh on himself before he casts a Cure spell. And he does a Phalanx. He like has no fear of death, which is so weird for a Taru. Just saying. Look at that. Went the entire mob without casting a single cure, even on himself. Because I was even trying that time to get it like mob right next to the Koromoru. There we go. Ah, dang it. Chris now would get procced. You haven't seen a Taru Samurai without PA before then. True, I have not. Actually, no, I did see one Taru Samurai. I don't think he was subbing thief might have been. It's like I get the point to having trick attack so that you could trick 8 onto the tank, but the cooldown on it is just so long that I really couldn't see it being feasible. That being said, I never did the math myself, but I'm sure somebody did. Alright, so let's put the warp ring on, run back to Bastook. There we go. And while that's going on, let's see how many coins we got. Alright, so less than a stack and a half in roughly about less than 40 minutes of actual farming. But hey, that's a stack and a half we didn't have before. That's one way of wasting time in Final Fantasy XI while you're waiting for a game day. I'm gonna switch back to Pally. Miss Kitty, you're gonna have to get up because we're getting ready to take our break for just a little bit. Yes. Happy about waking up. Oh, up. Whew. That's some serious stinky kitty breath she's got there. I'm sure my breath isn't any better when I first wake up, but Hallie, pork chop. We'll go ahead and keep Dancer Sub because that's what I'm familiar with, and we're gonna run to the bathroom real quick, grab some ice for our cocktail, and then we'll be right back. You'll enjoy this dancing Moogle. It's my dancing. Get your room. Be right back. What's up, Edie? Huh? Normally I have to push the kitty cat out of my spot because she's all like, my chair now. But she didn't want to fight over it today, so. Cocktail time. Favorite part of the day. There's lots of favorite parts of the day. This is definitely in the top 3. Alright. And not a sponsor. Guess I shouldn't show the label. Square Enix may not appreciate. It's stuck. No. Always when I'm on camera. There we go. I swear I don't tighten it that tightly either. Maybe I do. Alright. Down on the floor where I won't knock it over. Cheers! We are now on Glimmer of Portent. By raising Ortharsine high, Arciella unwittingly called forth the Scourge of the Land. Is this alabaster worm an omen of destruction or a savior sent by the goddess? Whichever it is, Arciela has resolved to make contact with the dragon. We're gonna make contact with the dragon. Actually, they're calling it a worm.
I got a great staff.
Yay.
Hold us.
Got the staff with the tentacles. Did I ever show you the picture of the staff of corn that I got? Wow. And I sent it to Tucker. Uh-huh. And
Is it a good staff?
No, it was like, you know, it was like a harvest staff or something like that. But it had a big giant corn at the tip of it. And he always liked doing corn jokes. I think his favorite greeting was, "I bring you corn." Go to another home point. We're going to Adoulin Isles. Actually, no, before we do that, let's go to Juno, Upper Juno, by the smokehouse. Yes, please. Because we need to say hi to Songarthol. When I say hi, I mean we need to drop more stuff in his bazaar. There's another player had, I guess, decided to stand right about here and hadn't noticed that song was there, and that happened. And then he was like, "Ooh, ooh." Of course, I was checking something at the time, so I'll go type it in /say chat. Don't be shy. And he ran away. Oh well. Alright, we're going to click the trade button. And I'm going to give you a Gem of the South. Oh, you already have a gem. I'm going to give you 21 Forgotten Steps. Anything else? No, that's it. Click OK. Song's going to be like, OK. Then I'm going to go to Song's Bazaar. That price. 21 Forgotten Steps. Charging way too much for these, I know. I think we've only sold 15. 5k a pop. Bit of money. Just do it. Uh-oh. I want such a corny subject. Yeah. You had to know Tucker. Alright. According to my player, this stopped uploading stuff way back when we were looking for the Goblin replica, it looked like. Since Lenos didn't say anything, I'm going to assume we're still live. Find out. I'm going to reload that page real quick. So if anybody just typed something and I didn't see it or didn't respond to it, then I apologize. These things happen. Alright, it seems to be going good now. Now we're going to Adoulin. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, travel to another home point. Adoulin Isles, Western Adoulin. By the auction house. Yes, please. Cheers. I don't think I made it strong enough. Hey, I don't want it being too strong. Because then it's all like, not enough Coke. Boom, 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 boom. Who is this? That is Barn. He looks like a hume. I'm just going to assume Red Mage or maybe Ninja. Probably Red Mage. And he walks off. That's just fine. Clicking the reveal, we should be able to get a cutscene now. Yay, cutscene. The spiky. Oh, he's singing! Huh? So what if I'm minding my own business playing the nose harp? You want to fight about it? Ready and raring. Oh, forget about it. I'm not gonna let myself end up just another bushwhacked in your pioneering conquest. You really want to know why I'm so happy? Let's just say even someone like me who shovels the bureaucratic manure all day has occasion to get excited. You know how everyone was worried about Arciela's sudden disappearance, right? Then maybe you'd know whether this whopper's actually got some weight behind it or not. They say Arciela was spirited away by a demonic varmint. Well, what do you think? Could it actually be true? Distract them by humming, try to laugh dismissively, say I have no idea. Let's distract them by humming. Cyndaquil. I never thought I'd say this, but your humming is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. It sounds like the wailing of the damned! Wait, what were we talking about? Well, the important thing is that the princess is as snug as a bug in a rug once again. Speaking of which, she's been moseying on into our humble establishment quite often ever since she returned. With Ygnus's illness eaten away at his capability to lead, seeing her sweet face has been a breath of fresh air to the pioneering initiative. Colonization has been marching along to the tune of progress, and we Pioneers Coalition members get to graze upon Arciela's radiant beauty almost every day. Enough to move you to song! Oh, come on. I thought you could take a joke. Either way, that's not all her return has blessed us with. Not sure why, but even those curmudgeons in the Order of Witherspoon have stopped flapping their gums over the colonization issue. I can finally work without getting a sermon about the Founder King's last words. Oh no, it's her! Come to think of it, I bumped into Ingrid from that very order the other day. She gave me the dirtiest look I've ever seen in my life when I mentioned your name. You'd have thought I spat in the face of the goddess or something. Knew we should have finished her. What in the high seas happened between you two? Wait, it's best not to pry. I will say though, Scuttlebutt has it that the exorcists no longer make patrols into the jungle. Could it be that you called upon some unholy power to manipulate them into Laville? Less shirking, more working. I don't even know how to say her name. Leathery. Oh, you can be sure I'll tan your hide if you call me that again, Runt. Whoopsie! Did I say that out loud? I guess I'll have to tell the others we can't use it anymore. What was that? Look at the time! So much to do and such a tight schedule. I best put my nose back to the grindstone. Laville, I never knew you were so devoted to performing well. What? Oh, I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, Master Bangavo. If that's the case, then why don't you take a page out of my book and kiss your next day off goodbye? No! I never know if he's playing cat and mouse with me or if he's really that dumb. As it would happen, Cyndaquil, I have a request. You see, we've just learned that a problem has arisen within the Couriers Coalition. Even though it may turn out to pose only the tiniest of threats to colonization, we must walk like a cat on eggs. Just all dancing off to the side like, no, no, no! Now that the voice of opposition has finally gone silent, we can't afford to jeopardize the strides we've made. Failure is not an option here. And that's why I need you to go to the Couriers Coalition and find the source of this trouble. Will you do that for me? No problem. Thank you. Hopefully you can track down and snap this problem's neck in two before it causes any harm. Happy hunting, Cyndaquil. I swear, her pants are so distracting. Oh well. The Couriers Coalition is probably the only one that I know exactly where. Because that's like the only one that we ever do. Oh, what do they call them? Those little missions thingies. Stops. Probably do some. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. I need to switch macros back to Paladin. Back up here. And... cured! Alright, so now we're on a new mission, I would imagine. Into the fire. Just when things were settling down, I'm gonna say settling down, a problem has arisen at the Couriers Coalition. Head over there and figure out what is going on, as per Lei Lungovo's orders. So, this button, clicking over here, speak to Kiplig by the door to the Couriers Coalition. For a cutscene that ends this mission and begins the next mission, Melvin the Melcroll. So, that dude, Kiplig, that's him. Big. Guess most Golka are. Damn me to the darkness. Oh, what's up? Whoa! It's been such a long time since I last saw you, Cyndaquil. What's the matter? We have no place to store this massive cargo destined for the Middlelands, that's what. Oh, it's okay, I got gobby bag space. None of the documents are even in order. It's partly the finance minister's his fault, but still. You do know that the minister has to sign off on all national transactions, right? Of course, that doesn't apply to private business deals, so you'd think the work would be manageable enough. However, every form has been littered with mistakes lately. It's plunged the warehouse into utter chaos, I tell you. Excuse me, and now that I mention it, I don't recall a time when Adoulin's finances were in such a state. The Order of Volteris trains their members well. Every minister I've heard of has studied here, and they've all been absolute sorcerers with numbers. But that guy. Not sure I care for this pose, but he's got pink hair, so... Perhaps the greatest of them is our current one, Melvin de Melcroll. He can tally hundreds of different accounts in the blink of an eye, all while eating a 3-course breakfast. He needs but a brief glance over even a tower of documents to spot everything, every single error, and only a few swift strokes of the quill to rectify them. That's what makes this rash of obvious mistakes even more odd. We've seen not just mathematical errors, but whole chunks of information omitted. Thanks to the Ministry's sloppy work, our warehouse is overflowing with some materials and completely lacking others. It's physically impossible to fulfill our orders with what we have. Sorry to drag you into this, Will. Could you possibly head to the waterfront and check on how things are going? I'm sure it's all topsy-turvy over there, but maybe you can find which end is up. Go to the waterfront now. Alright, so next mission. I have to admit, these cutscenes are really short. Alright, Melvin de Melcroll. Melcroll. I don't know how you say it. I'm not French. The Minister of Finance is normally impeccable with documents, but recent slip-ups have caused chaos to descend upon the Couriers Coalition. They desperately need help finding a certain order from the Mental Land. Boom, 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 boom. This is like Fish's favorite song right here. Head to the waterfront in western Adoulin and check the port storage at J4 for a cutscene with Ulibrian and Estinol. That ends this mission. Courier catastrophe. Hopefully it's going to have something to do with crabs. Probably not. Boom, boom, boom. Contemplation site. Not what you're looking for, though. We're still not in J4. Where are we? I4. Sunrise Beacon. There's J4. Port storage. Like we knew where we were going the whole time. We didn't. He's going like, no! Panic motion. Sigh. When will this drudgery cease? Stop wearing purple pants. What in the... What would a pioneer like you be doing in a cesspool of a warehouse? At this cesspool of a warehouse? How's it going? Do you even need to ask? Take a look around. It is Bedlam incarnate. We have a dearth of bare necessities and a surplus of luxury items. I cannot fathom how our city will be able to subsist if this ridiculous continues any further. Ubaldine, may I have a word with you? Uh-oh, it's a scholar. If you think I have time for idle twaddle, you are sorely... My apologies, Lord Estenu. You have no time for kissing up to people... Weeberine, that's what we'll call him. I am here to inform you that we still do not have an adequate time frame for shipping you-know-what. You surely do not mean... Ugh, this is enough to make me bash my head against the warehouse wall. You see what I mean, Pioneer? It is a veritable maelstrom here. Oh my, would you not happen to be cynical by any chance, would you? You would not happen to be cynical by any chance, would you? Yeah. Here, have I heard of you? Of course I have. I would venture that there is an area person in Castle Adoulin who has not heard your name. It echoes from the rafters, wherever patrons and servants alike gather. What? This mealy-mouthed girl is really that famous? Indeed she is. I assume that is thanks in large part to how much trust Arcela places in her. That hardly comes as a surprise, though, if the tales of Cynical's adventures in the Middle Lands are to be believed. We did stop Promathia twice. While we are on the topic of introductions, allow me to make my own. My name is Estenu, and I am an aide of Melvin de Melqua. Well, this is the guy that's messing up, then. Yep. Sir Melvin has been preoccupied of late with other tasks, so I have assumed his ministerial duties for the time being. And a right mess of it you have made, too. I could argue with that statement. Yes, I admit my capabilities pale in comparison to the minister's. In my defense, though, no being could review dozens of documents simultaneously as he does. It is not hyperbolic in the least to suggest that Melvin Macroll is the single biggest reason for the nation's mercantile success. I have barely slept a wink in the past fortnight, yet have come nowhere near to replicating his efficient... Huh? Oh. Is that a land shiver? It would stand to reason, seeing how there have been a spate of them recently. For certain, they are equally as disheartening as current distribution situation, if not more so. The last one of some force decimated a church on a nearby islet. To think, a building of historic significance that stood for generations, gone in an instant. Where would we ever find the build with which to rebuild it? Although I suppose that is the least of our worries at this juncture. Which brings me to something I would like to discuss with you, Cyndaquil. Tell the truth, we have been saddled with a tall order from your homeland. They request a contrivance that is off-made by our very own Inventors Coalition. To craft it, we need an F-skin, a lock of manticore hair, a buffalo horn, a square of manticore leather, a square of buffalo leather. Nothing else comes to mind. As you have already surmised, the commodity in question is a bison jacket. Made from the finest of Obukan materials. It proved so popular that it found its way to the Middle Lands generations prior. The coalition artisans that stitch them are so finely skilled that not even the most scrupulous of fashionistas can tell the difference between those jackets and the originals. Therefore, it is only natural that we are inundated with orders from the Middle Lands. While we have measures in place to fulfill this hearty demand, we simply are not prepared for an order of these proportions. Oh, by the way, yes, I now realize that I forgot to add one of those items I mentioned to the official list of required materials we sent earlier. Please forgive me for that oversight. Thanks to my folly, we are now short on buffalo horns. Our client is breathing down my neck about a shipment, so I will likely need to ask other pioneers to lend me their aid as well. Cyndaquil, could you please find it in your heart of hearts to help rectify my mistake. Help yourself, windbag. Your largesse truly knows no bounds. Once you procure 1 buffalo horn, I would ask that you bring it to Gilberine at the warehouse for safekeeping. May the heavens light your way. There might be an easier way. I'm going to turn the controller back on the Xbox, and we're going to log into Enterel. He is our bone crafter. If we ever came across any, what do you call them? Buffalo horns, and I wouldn't be surprised if we never have, but, we would have sent them to her. Chances are, probably going to grab one off the auction house. And if not there, farm it. Alright, so it's going to be under Mog Case, most likely. Why do you have silver chains? We got Behemoth horns. You think they would see the difference? Beetle shells, bat fangs, ram horns, scorpion shells, scorpion claws. Lots of scorpion claws, venomous claw, demon horn, dragon talion, adamantine shells, manticore fang, whatever that thing is, a high quality crab shell, buffalo horn. All right, we got 2 of them. We only need 1. So we're going to talk to the Moogle. Moogle's going to be like, "Hey, you haven't done all of the other stuff. Not change jobs. Delivery box. There it is. See, I have to crank my head this angle because microphone's in the way. Send. BYNDAQUIL K. Buffalo horn goes there. Click the OK button there, and the exit button here. And I went ahead and did a mannequin on Enti. She's like my 3rd character. I have one of these now. And then I realized I don't have any decent gear to put on it. So, yeah. Pretty much just wearing level 1 gear, but oh well. Log out. So we gotta go find a person that we can get stuff from. What do they call them? What do they call them? Something. There might be one by the auction house. Probably isn't, but let's go find out. Click this. Western Adoulin. Auction house. Probably not. We'll probably have to end up going to the Mog House and just pick it up from there. But you never know. Yamarick. Yeah, it's just sending, no receiving. I don't know why I was thinking that, but oh well. Oh, I think there is one by the Mog House, now that I think about it. Your rent a room. Wouldn't... If the name was accurate, and it really was a rent a room, and you had to actually spend gil for every day... Dark Ring is the, dude. They probably terminated consoles early. Say that. I mean, it's possibly true, but... Oh, that's strange. I'll go over here, and... Delivery Specialist, just out of curiosity. Nope, yep, you're, sending only as well. Say that they terminated consoles early. Because if that was the case, then Xbox, yeah, wouldn't be able to play that right now. That one up there. Mog House, delivery box, receive. 1 buffalo horn and 50k, which must have just shown up for what? Oh, the allies die. Alright. I think that was probably like a, something that we got from the Gully Bucks earlier. Cheers. Let's see here. Mission. Adoulin, Courier, Astrophy. So, Click that button. Alright, the Couriers Coalition has asked for the materials used in crafting bison jackets. Collect the required articles and deliver them safely to the warehouse waterfront. Now, we probably should be using steel, but... Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Head to the Adoulin waterfront and trade the item to the port storage at I-3 for a cutscene with Gobreen that ends this mission and begins the next. Ending third. Go ahead and click on that one. Gotta go talk to Kipling again. Do that. Alright, so more cutscenes. Lots and lots and lots of cutscenes. So I have to admit, at least it's kind of easy to actually get from one cutscene, assuming that you have the necessary area unlocked. I'm just trying to remember, we had cutscenes in Chains of Bermathia where you would have to literally ping pong one side of the world to the other, and just for like a little 3-minute cutscene. And even nowadays, with all the transportation enhancements we've received in game, it takes a while. Alright, so I am looking for a buffalo horn. Pass it? Passed it. Pass it again. I did take it out of the inbox, didn't I? You take the buffalo horn out of delivery slot 1. It's there. I'm just blind. Gold dust. There it is, buffalo horn, next to the mannequin feet. How did I miss that? Boom, 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 boom. Your help is much appreciated, Cyndaquil. With this in our hands, we can finally ship out one last thing. Could you inform the Couriers Coalition that we will soon be able to provide them with their portion as well? Thank you so much. Really? Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and use the waypoint this time, because that's just too much patty. Even I don't want to go through that. And Fish is probably beating his head up against the wall right now because of the music, but not that bad. Pioneers Coalition. No. That's the one you wanted. Couriers Coalition. Cyndaquil. Couriers Coalition. There. I haven't had too much to drink yet. Ta-da! Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. This way. Oops. Wrong Golka. Can't run up this, can you? Nope. I was hoping I could maybe get the same height as him, but we'd have to do that on another Golka. Speak of the demon, it isn't Cyndaquil. We just received our allotment of the goods you helped procure. I'm sure you've already been thanked, but allow me to do so too. Judging from what I gathered, the waterfront must have been in pandemonium. Look at the demon. So this fiasco was all due to the finance minister's miscalculation? That's rather odd. Say this right. Prime. I'm sure I said that wrong. Try it again. Parkimus Prime. I like that. Good evening, Parkimus. Happy Tuesday. And I doubt I didn't know a whole lot of players, but my main character went by the name Dentril. He was a monk, he had funny hair. Actually, probably be able to zoom in on his little ugly face. Say little ugly face. Come on, pop up on the screen, Dent. It's gonna be the one way up there. Maybe, maybe not. I wasn't a big player back in the good old days. He's gonna be like the last one to load. Here we go. The mask totally hides his face, but oh well. I was Park on Quetz. Okay. Can't say the name sounds familiar, but there were a lot of us on Quetzalcoatl back in the good old days. It was like what? On the weekends, easily find 4,000 to 6,000 players. Easily. Good times. It's a shadow of its former glory. If I was to do a search all as soon as I get out of this cutscene, there'd probably be like only 300 players on right now. Which is sad. But, you know, Quetzy's still there. They haven't turned it off. They haven't merged it with another server yet. I hate to think that's going to happen. Oh, cutscenes. Need to finish. Melvin the Mocrow's mind is sharper than a spear. 46,000. 46,000? You mean 46,000? No. No, I don't. 46. 4, 2, 6. There we go. Melvin the Mocrow's mind is sharper than a spear, and his passion for the colonization movement burns brighter than a wildfire. Someone as intelligent as he must see that any negative impact on trade with the Middlelands will adversely affect pioneering. I guess the rumors were true after all. What rumors? Nobody told me nothing. I can't attest to the veracity of these claims, but I heard that the majority of the finance minister's duties are now being handled by aides. However, even this legion of assistants can't seem to match his bookkeeping prowess. How he's been able to stay afloat in that veritable sea of paperwork is beyond me. But it reaffirms just how extraordinary an individual he is. Anyway, my point is that myriad hardships have befallen our sacred city in his absence. Such is the inevitability. Such is that word, consequences of a whole organization relying on one person, I suppose. As they say, a bridge with one abutment can't help but collapse. Or at least, that's what my mentor always said. In retrospect, perhaps I shouldn't be making light of the situation when the nation's fate is at stake. Would it be prudent? No. What would be prudent, though, is appraising Meister Reginald of this possible development. There may still be just rumors, but our little talk just now has given me pause. One can never be too cautious with such sensitive information. Thanks for helping me make up my mind, Cyndaquil. Oh, and for helping down at the waterfront too. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. New mission. Ministerial Whisper. Oh, before we go any further, see how many are on right now. That wasn't the button I was wanting to click. That's the button. There we go. Sorry, Miss Kitty. Don't freak out. Search all. Let's close the current window before you can do that. Alright, how about now? 346. Alright, that's about 40 more players on what we usually have on Quetzy on a Tuesday night. They'll come back someday. Maybe next month. Right before they turn the PS2 and the Xbox out. Melvin the Mocrow's ministerial dereliction has finally been verified. Return to the Pioneers Coalition to make your official report. I don't think we need the cheat sheet for this one, but we're going to go ahead and click the cheat sheet just to be sure. Speak to the Laville in the Pioneers Coalition for a cutscene with him and Lay Dangavo on the lamppost. That ends this mission, begins the next. A day in the life. Pioneer. These stairs. Yay. Stairs. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Spiky hair dude. Did he just blink at me? I think he did. And he's still taller. Why is everybody in this game taller than Cyndaquil? Even the Taru Taru. Nope. Got that little stand. I want this idle emote right there. One hand on the hips at a like slight angle. Yeah, you should be able to get that. Just saying. Cyndaquil, what exactly was brewing at the Couriers Coalition? Stuffs. I see. So the finance ministry has nincompoops as big as ours, huh? You might not feel like you've done much, but trading is all about trust, and you've definitely earned the Couriers Coalitions. What's that? Cynical save the day once again? Do I get a rank up? I knew from the very first moment I laid eyes on you that you were destined to become a walking legend. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. That's Link Shell chat going, oh no. And the more I listen to your caterwauling, the more I'm convinced you've never been anything but a walking travesty. No, that's not true! Right, Cyndaquil? Right? Labil's great. Lapping his lips. Ah, say it ain't so. My only ally is now my enemy. Is that so? Labil's great. Lapping his lips. No, we're just gonna be in this thing forever and ever. So he's passionate about his job. Well, he's definitely a different breed of cat. One that won't even scratch when I tell him I'm going to double his assignments. What? No! I always find that Lavil's works improves when he has a fire under his tail. He's one of those. Great. As always, I appreciate what you've done for us, Cyndaquil. This may not be much, but you more than deserve it. I wonder what Melvin is preoccupying himself with, though. I don't know of anyone who needs his expertise right now. What do we get? What do we get? 500 belled. Really? So little. Tell your link shall make that the key gives stuffs. What do we got? The abjuration thing, I don't get. You get a key once per day, trade to the Gobby Box Gob, and you get a random free abjuration. Yeah, I get that part, lol. Don't get the why. Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's like, the last keys that we were getting, I got that, you know, but like random abjuration. A lot of us already have plenty random abjurations, but because it's nice. Of course it is. Alright, so we're on a new mission. A day in the life of the Pioneer, I believe so. Missions, Adoulin missions, day in the life of the Pioneer. Everything seems to be running smoothly once more, and the Pioneers Coalition has returned to normal, yet has become a Minister Melvin. Zone and wait till a new... Zone and wait till a new game day, then speak to Laville in the Pioneers Coalition for a cutscene that ends this mission. You can also get crappy old abjurations. Boom, boom, boom. And if you can afford the cursed item, I got the 119 Hexagon Cap. Got some old ones on mules today. What did I get? Actually, I didn't trade any of the keys yet. And 2 old abjurations. I don't. Decision. Well, we got a zone. So. There's not enough. There's, 6 hours till the next game day. 6 game hours. And it really doesn't make too much sense to go back into Dynamis for less than 20 minutes. Because it'll take that much time just to get the stuffs. So let us... That's not Coco, is it? Not in Dragoon gear. Nope, that's called Won't. Coco would be in Beastmaster most likely gear. Warmar, Basalt Fields. I don't think we have everything unlocked Yeah, more marble salt. So let's try and get that done. Try. No guarantees. Boom. And another key item we will be needing, I think, we don't have yet. As when we were in, I already forgot the name of it. The last zone that we were doing the fights in, there were like some ice bridges or something that we couldn't attack. Ice bridges, ice walls, something. I just don't. Probably need to figure out how to do that. But I need to pick up this one, also that thing over there. And then this will probably lead someplace. But I think this will probably be a dead end. So we're here now. That's going to be a dead end. So we're going to go down here. Click that thing. Come down here. Click that thing. That thing there. And then that should be all of it. Okay. Oh! Here, I got 110 smithing. That calls for a Congo rats, if ever there was one. 110. Neat. Alright, I forgot what direction I'm going. The opposite direction of what we're now pointed in. This way. Spectral jig. Time to finish the subcrafts. I would have gone after the subcrafts first. Just say. To each their own. Everyone plays the game their own way. Need to aim a little bit to the south. Inui Matmata. It looks like I can go straight. Maybe. By straight, I mean a little bit over this way. Yep. Alright. Bedrock Crag. Alright, we got the good music going. Go and get all the buffs up. Flash that rock. Boom, 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 boom. This thing's actually going down rather quickly. Because we got the Shantoto out. Gotta be what's going on. Alright, I got Reprisal up. This one's in the middle. Now who's gonna run out of MP first? It's gonna be a Geo. Always runs out of MP first. Such fun music, and yet such boring fight. It looks like the things are staring right at me, but one's walking away. For the final Bedrock Crag, didn't kill this thing. Have we gotten any? Nothing yet. Oh, there it is. 990 limit points, 990 veiled. Now it's dead. 2211 on that one. And did we get any items? No, did not. Need item, especially if we don't have any space for them. Just nice to get them. I say, unless we're out of space, that'll be embarrassing. Nope, still got enough for 4 slots. Snapdragons. Not really their name. Cold. Haste? I think. S? Yep, something like that. Alright, we're gonna follow this wall a little bit to the south. Like another colonization wave's already going on. For 11? Where does the time go? In the liquor. Where does that go to? So here's what I'm thinking, because we are getting close to actually finishing Adoulin stuffs. Did I miss my turn off? I did. Go north. I want to continue doing missions on all the other characters, but I don't want to devote it every day, kind of like what I do with Cynical. And it'll also be a little bit easier since Cynical's cleared everything to be able to assist when need to, so we don't necessarily have to level up different jobs and that kind of thing. That's the idea. But instead of doing them in order, like what I do with Cindy, I'm thinking we're gonna do it the way probably everybody else does it. Do them backwards. So it'll be the what you call them? I forget what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me. Oh, well, Rhapsodies of Vanadil. Do that first, all the tunes, and then follow it up with the Adoulin stuff, and then, you know, maybe even skip a Vizia, because I'm trying to think what beneficial things do you get from clearing that stuff out that, you know, you get to use outside of a Vizia. And I'm sure there's like a thing or two, Atmos come to mind, but, and that'd probably come in handy for Voidwalker stuff, but maybe not. Maybe skip a Vizia. Yeah, I mean, if Vizia had something like decent range for winning it, then that'd be another thing, but I'll come up with a plan. Chains of Bermathia, definitely finish. And even Treasures of Urgan, not so much. Needing to feel the need to beat that one, because the reward that you get just doesn't really do it to me. Spectral Jig, map, going in this general direction. Getting closer. Second there, I thought that was a Taru. Little lizard. Doing little lizard things. Oh, fish! I didn't know there were fish over here. We should be killing these things. Oh well. Come back to them. Maybe. Made a wrong turn. Gonna go this way. Follow the pond. Can't walk in water, can you? No, that'd be too easy. Here it is. Turning off. As well turn off sneak as well. Gotta remove the snake to be able to do spectral jig again. Get the waypoint. Magnetron is collected. And now we're gonna go back around the pond. Go down the ramp. And then stuffs. Oh yeah, pick up the last Magnetron. Also the home point crystal. Would it be easier to pick up the home point crystal on the way? No. No, it wouldn't. So much for that idea. It was just an idea. Or paste. Right direction. Nope. There's a ramp. Oh, I thought it would be a ramp down, but it's a ramp up. That makes sense. Boom. 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 With that being said, now that I think about it, there's no guarantee that Cyndaquil is going to be able to solo all of Rhapsodies of Vanadil, Chapter 3. I remember her having a problem with Chapter 2. Took a few fights. But we got it. Her tank is a little bit better than what it used to be, but sure we're going to need a stronger healer trust. Unless we were to do it like during one of these weeks where the trust have like, was it double health and attack power and stuff like that? They call it the Alter Ego Expo, I think is the correct name. I kinda want to climb this rock. I think you can though. It'd be neat. You could. Scalable area. I wonder what's down there. Probably nothing. Petros lizard. Still incredibly easy prey. Let's not go exploring too far. We'll get lost. We've gotten lost before. Mountain paste. Also seems incredibly easy. Losing sneaking and biz. I think we're headed in the general correct area, so we need to go straight north. Alright. Take out these bedrock crags and get another colonization reef going. Boom, 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 boom. Weapon skill. Let's do Circle Blade. I think that worked the way we wanted it to, but oh, that's the TP drain, I'm thinking. It's fish! Got a really good abjuration, but the cursed item has to be synth, I think. Sounds about right. I think most abjurations require cursed items. That being said, Jinx Ice. I wonder what those go for. Or what even goes in making them. Of course, you probably want the +1 version. Are we out of range? Feels like we're out of range. At least the Tarus are not. Right, there's the last one. Can't find them on the auction house at all. What about FF11? I'm trying to remember. Do they have like a second tier of cursed stuff, or is it all under the same thing now? Yeah, Vexed are the normal. They are on the auction house, but not the Jinx. With the Jinx to be they expensive, but to make them require a level 75 cursed +1 item. Oh! Shoot. How sneaky, Square Enix. How sneaky indeed. What do we get? Marble Nugget and an Elysian Yurgit Shard. Suppose I'll just get the Spectral Jade back on. And then we need to go a little bit to the southeast. This will get us our final Daily Whopper. Maybe. There it is. Saw the campfire before I saw the teepee. So turn off this and talk to this thingy. Lava Walker Raptor. Also incredibly easy prey. Geomagnetron is now attuned, which means we have all 5. What we were wanting. Almost mission accomplished. Almost. Plus, you have to do synergy with 3 people. 2 with 100 plus crafting skills, and 1 at 109 plus, I think. Oh my goodness. Fish is like, challenge accepted. And here's the thing, I've never done synergy. Forget that crap. I don't forget it, just, you know. I can't say get out your A game either. But really, forget that crap. Synergy. Is that something using 3 different controllers that I would be able to triple box if I needed to? Or is that really something more along the lines of, how shall we say, you're just asking for too much trouble? I've always been under the impression that synergy is more trouble than it's worth. I'll figure something out. I always do. So what you gotta do is find a server that has them on the auction house, and then do a server transfer so you can purchase it and get back to your other one. There, home point crystal is what we're looking for. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to click on this. You have registered a new home point. You are now able to teleport here from any other home point. What we were wanting. Make sure I haven't messed with synergy. I guess I'm going to have to put that on the list of things to look at as well for completion's sake. I know synergy is something that you can get to 100. But I haven't even gotten it to 1. Because, you know, I don't think it's a real crafting thing. Travel to another home point. Adoulin Isles. Western Adoulin. Home point number 1 by the auction house. And yes, please. Cheers. Yummy yum. Boom, 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 boom. It is now a new game day. We have zoned. So we should be able to talk to Mr. Lip Flappy Man, Leviel. Target's out of range. Oh, definitely had the wrong guy targeted. And Lennis, what are you doing up so late? You know it's a school night, right? Yep, as late as you want. Ah, Cyndaquil, just the pioneer I wanted to see. The princess is here to see you. I had a hunch that I could find you here, Cyndaquil. You do remember what transpired in Emir Drifts, don't you? Like yesterday, as it was. Then I assume you'll be interested in hearing exactly where the light that spewed forth from Orthyrene was directing us. Synergy is actually probably more craft believable at just putting items in boxes and hoping for the best. You have to move controller over it like FF14 does. You have more control over it like FF14. Like I said, I've never messed with it. Alright, back to this. Then I assume you'll be interested in hearing exactly where the light that spewed forth from Orthyrene was directing us. After we parted ways, I took the liberty of unsheathing the blade in one more spot. That way, it would create another line for reference. And since the two separate paths had to intersect eventually, I used that to approximate the location. Just to be sure, I compared my proposed site with ancient records, like the Founder King's travelogue. While none of my sources were too exact, I think it's safe to say we must head for the summit of Mount Khmer. One of the entries mentioned King August's visit to the mountain, which is probably as much proof as we are going to get. My guess is we'll find that serpent of the sky roosting there, shimmering scales and all. At least that's what the words of my father's poem say to me. In an age when shade deadened his land, the one of the swallow's white word shall be fulfilled. The warrens of the forest shall rise the merk blade high, and one of the white feathers shall flourishing the sword's sext. If we are to believe in them, then the dragon that resides there is probably the key to quelling the strange plague afflicting our continent. For these reasons and more, Cinequil, would you mind accompanying me to the top of Mount Khmer? No, my ore collection falls. Really? Can you do that? Ore collection. Ah, yes. That certainly is task. Well, if you finish with that and would condescend to help uncover a continent's history, then I'll be waiting for you. Come on, Cinequil. And I wouldn't use that poor of an excuse. Regardless, how can you refuse her polite request when you see how serious she is? Look at those eyes. Fish says, have you done a Wildskeeper Reeve yet, Dent? I don't think so. Pretty sure we haven't. I don't know what that is. I think we've done something. But we didn't beat it. So yeah, I don't think we've done a Wildskeeper. Thank you so much. Come to think of it, I've never actually met a dragon face to face, snout. I can't help but feel afraid at just the thought of it. At least you'll be by my side, Cyndaquil. We're going to switch to red mage with a black mage sub, so that RCL is like, it's a dragon, and we like chainspell warp. No, I shouldn't do that. But yeah, as an adventurer, you've probably bested whole broods of them. This is true, we have. If that's the case, then I'll have nothing to fear at all. How lucky I am to have met you. Ooh. Even though I made coffee earlier, still can't stop the yawning. Enough twittering like a schoolgirl, though. This is no trivial matter. When you're properly steeled yourself for the journey, come meet me at Urius Yet. Urius. Why? No, I've never once thought about stopping Arciela. Why? Because despite her claims of being scared, I'm confident that she's as tough as any dragon. Besides, she's ventured deep into the jungle countless times already. No? Don't go spreading this around, but I might have some juicy tidbits for you to chew on. You know how you said you had no idea whether or not Arciela was carried off by some beast? Well, I might have overheard the answer. Word has it that she was indeed dragged away in the blood-stained maw of some otherworldly abomination while resting outside the city gate. Does that get your knees a-knocking or what? You can be sure that Arciela had the worst of it, but even the Order of Weatherspoon led search party traveled a rocky road straight off the cliff of humiliation. They not only failed to find any clues as to her whereabouts by themselves, but were ambushed by hordes of creatures, the likes of which were hithertofore undocumented. Some members even returned with grave wounds, supposedly inflicted by a tiger of monumental stature. Luckily, some capable pioneers stumbled upon them and were able to use their superior tracking skills to lead the exorcist to our princess. A close call for certain. And what of Arciela, I hear you thinking? The powers that be within the 12 orders forcefully persuaded the Order of Adoulin to forbid her from entering the jungle, on account of the dangers present there. I understand their cause for concern, seeing as how Arciela is to be the next in line to lead the nation, should her brother's health continue to fail. Long live Ignis! What happened after that? Sorry. What do you think happened? She's not the one to just lie there after falling off her horse. She got back up and registered herself as a pioneer, that's what. I believe her exact words were, "Our sovereign nation is no monarchy, nor is anyone from our order guaranteed a position of leadership. As long as my brother remains the Chancellor, I am just another citizen of this fine city. Furthermore, as any citizen may apply to become a pioneer, I choose to exercise that right." I assume none of you take issue with the legislation you first enacted, do you? Why? I got the yawns all of a sudden. Like of oxygen to the brain. That's gotta be what it is. Better. I just about spit the Frontier soda I was drinking all over Lay when I heard about it. To think that RCL already wants to head back into the jungle despite almost being devoured. Oh, Lenos is going to bed. Good night, Lenos. Hope to catch you tomorrow night. Or is it exactly because of that experience that she decided to get official permission this time? Although, I guess the Meisters and Ministers would rather have her trapezing about the forest under the auspices of the Pioneers Coalition than sneaking off in the dead of night. None of this really answers the question of what that monster wanted from her. But maybe this is a perfect case of all's well that ends well. Anyway, bottom line is that no one can stop Arciela now. It's not like she'll be completely on her own either. Her order will be informed each and every time she passes through Yorius yet. And they're bound to employ a bodyguard for her when you're off slicing your way through the jungle. Now when you escort the princess, you'll not only have her opinion of you on your mind, but the eyes of every member of every Adoulinian order on your back. Does that get your blood pumping or what? Oh, seriousness though, I believe in you. The fate of our princess is in your hands, Cyndaquil. I've never seen a more determined face than yours is right now, Cyndaquil. Good to know you're ready. Well then, shall we get going for Mount Khmer? I'm still not sure about her traveling outfit. Hey, we ended up out here. Alright, so now we should be on a new mission. Are we doing on time? Lots of time. Lighting the way! Arciela is certain that Ostarscene has shown her the way and that it leads to the summit of Mount Khmer. Find the path amidst the snowbanks in Khmer Drifts so that you too can climb the mountain. Alright, so we need to examine the Alpine Trail at H5 in Khmer Drifts and select yes to enter Mount Khmer and receive the same as Arciela and Bajaka. The fastest way there is to warp to Frontier Biovac number 3, then take the north tunnel and follow the left wall. After the cutscene, you will be immediately ejected from your drifts. You cannot re-enter Mount for the time. I don't think we have Biovac number 3. I'm pretty sure we do not. See how difficult it is to find. Khmer Drifts? Oh, we got number 2. We don't even have number 1. Guess that'll be the next zone that we... This place looks more difficult. And I'm willing to bet we're gonna get stuck along the way. H5 should be kind of north. H5 here. Wing Crystal. This is probably gonna be number 3. That would make sense. I would think. Probably doesn't. So go north here, see if we can do this number. Then do that number? Maybe? I guess. Probably won't be able to. And I guess I should get the Tarotara kill squad out. Let's say. Yep. Get to that top Bouvouac. Called, isn't it? This one up here at G6. Frontier warp above. Oh, North Tunnel out of the wall. Maybe. Or this one. No, let's aim for this one. That's the top one. No, not the top one. This one here at H7. The other one. Alright, below that. This one? That one. That's definitely not the top. We'll get them all. Spectral Jig. In case we have to fight something. Hopefully we don't have to fight something. Yes. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. And no more Western Adoulin music. Or fish. They are kind of tricky to get. Okay. I don't mind tricky. Just As long as we don't get dead. Because that always makes for a lame ending. It's like, oh, we're face down in the mud. And I think that's how our Ronnie Decrowner, how that one ended the first time. We're like, well, we failed. Spent 3 hours getting all the pop items, and then once that was done, it was like, oh well. Area's colonization rate has decreased to 79%. Don't know how to increase it. Not too worried. Okay, it's going to be a one-way drop. But that's okay. I'm going to take it. So we'll be able to make a left. Lair Reap has started at H. We're at H9. We're going to go over here. I'm farming in Castles of All Bailey's S. Demon Horns sell good on the auction. I guess that would be a good place to get them. Looky here. This isn't the one we were looking for. I don't think it was. But I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to unlock it. Alright. Oh, this is number 1. It's good to know. Alright, so now we need to go more north. Another Spectre Jig. I guess it does make sense because all the demon horns that I have, I think, came from Castles of All during the Shadow Reign era. They didn't really ever seem to drop in regular Castles of All, which also makes you start to wonder how many demons had to die for bone crafters to get their skill ups that they needed. Ruppel formation, and hailstone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Let's watch him blow up and kill all my Taru. Pause this real quick here because my thing froze up again. I'll click the reload frame and see if that has any effect on it. Probably not. Usually doesn't. That back. I'm going to settings. Show video stats. Back to here. Lots and lots and lots of skip frames. Okay, you gotta be careful. Don't want these things to hit me. They probably will hit me. Maybe they need to hit me. Don't know how this works. Yep. Not this passageway. One over here. 6. Way drop. The wrong way drop. Okay. We'll go... Let's go clockwise. Get this figured out. I think we can do it. Plus they're all one-way drops. Don't even know what those things are. They look cold. It's like ice materia. Yeah, that's what we'll call them. They've got names. I shouldn't make them. Aha! Tunnel? Be a one-way drop. Boom, boom, boom. Just in time for Sneak to wear off. Goodbye, Sneak. Oh, gotta also get rid of invisibility, shouldn't we? Yep. Click. Waypoint. Alright, we got Biovec number 3. Now we're headed out of the north exit for the cave. We are making our way toward... We're just gonna keep going north. Although I'm kinda tempted to go ahead and pick up the home point crystal over here as well. We can do that. Maybe. Watch that be a one-way drop. Look at us acting like we know where we're going. I'm gonna get my Tartar kill squad. Mining point. Lots of sparklies in this zone. Those things that I'm not used to. There we go. Increasing colonization rate. No thanks to me. I don't think so. Follow the left wall. Ash Tiger. Easy prey. Kitty kitty. Ooh. Naring, it's saying also easy prey. Those are big. I almost want to tank it. Almost. Here we go. Alpine Trail. Looks actually kind of pretty, doesn't it? What little you can see of it. We're going to turn that off, and might as well turn that off, and we got names turned off, so... Look in the Alpine Trail. Should get a cutscene. The path seems to lead toward the summit of Mount Khmer. Proceed. Yeah, the whole reason we came out here. Just saying. We are now Mount Khmer. Except. Let's see. Because FF11 loves its cutscenes. Yeah, we would be so freezing. It's like Skyrim. Kinda cold. Lunch! You gonna talk to us telepathically? Winged Scourge, be gone from here. You frail mortals should have thought twice before ascending this peak. I have no patience for those who desecrate the forest. Depart at once. If you do not, then I have no choice but to swing the radiant hammer of vengeance down upon your meager frame. Your Eminence, before you judge us, I would like you to take a look at this. That blade. Cyndaquil, can you show him proof of your buns to this force too? Sounds like a plan. No can do. We'll show the Rosalatia's plume. It's not as neat as the sword, but no. The Winged Scourge cast a burning stare in your direction. For Tharsine and the Rosalatia's plume. You mean to tell me that you are not like the rest of those pillagers, but staunch believers in August and his desire to preserve the forest? You refer to the Founder King by his first name, so you knew him personally? But he lived centuries upon centuries ago. You couldn't possibly... Of course I knew him, for I am Sajaka. But that's not... That's how I'm going to say it. Sajaka. Not only did I know the first Adoulin king, I swore my allegiance to him. What is centuries ago? Millennia. Time flows for many things, but upon Sajaka, it touches not. Seas change, lands change. Even should the stars fade from existence, the covenant made with August shall not break. In my eyes, the lives of your kind are as delicate and transient as bubbles in a stream. Your moments of glory, mere sparks from flint. Inconsequential, insignificant, insubstantial. Such is how I came to conceive of you peoples. August has been the only exception. His aura shone brighter than my refulgent scales, and his resolve was strong enough to wrest me from the realm of shadows. That is not the lone justification for why my memory of him will persist until the end of time, but it is an important one. And what of you, thinly-legged fool? Does the respect of the king you claim to harbor within that minuscule bosom of yours amount to even a drop in the sea compared to what I showed him while he was alive? Well, hopefully you can at least answer this simple question. As a preface, you are aware of the 7 guardians that protect the Obuka hinterland, are you not? Yes, I am. They're the Narcools, right? Is that the ephemeral sobriquet they have been given by your kind? Very well. I shall not waste my breath explaining the rest. However, there was one more guardian who fought alongside August, a worthy tiger whose fur shone lustrous gold. That must be Urkulon. I recall reading about him during one of my trips to the library. What was the title of the book, though? Ah, His Majesty and the Golden Beast. That's it? Ah, books. An inconvenient form of immortality, but perhaps the best your ephemeral kind can hope for. You are truly learned. You should have no qualms about a simple test. Pray tell me, where did August meet? Your combat. They fought, you say. Well, that would be... Then, well, what do we do? I don't remember that detail at all. Good question. The story makes no mention of where they fought. Confidence conceals ignorance. Only when the other party is ignorant as well, you misguided fool. In the end, you care as little for August as I care for dissemblers. The one who saved me from that place where even the faintest hint of light is swallowed whole. Nestlings such as you could never hope to fathom this greatness. It was foolish to believe otherwise. I will not stand for this a moment longer. I know not why you trespassed upon this land, and I no longer care. There is nothing left to discuss, for you have proven beyond a doubt that you are incapable of understanding August's will. Remove yourself from it. Our conversation has left me weary of both speaking with mortals and with life itself. So embarrassing. I don't want to admit it, but maybe he's right after all. It was silly of me to come here knowing so little. If I'm to make amends, there's only one thing left to do. End quote. Let's burrow deep into Adoulin's vault of knowledge, leaving no page unturned in our wake. Yay, more. Oh, got kicked out. Boom, boom, boom. So, let's go and pick up the home point over. The Jaka mission. Enter the Solano Memorial Library for a cutscene with RCL Adrian. Who you must read about August Adoulin's retinue, battle, and death. Complete the mission in the next. Alright, so that's that trail. I'm gonna go and get these guys out just in case. I really want to fight one of those tiger-looking thingies. Just once. They showed easy prey, so, you know, they probably die fast, right? Be like, no, my face! We got the Shantoto out. That's all you need. Probably even need to rest. Anything left in here? How bad could it be? How cold could it be? This is the question. Pretty cold. Alright, that's everyone. We're not going to waste time with Spectral Jig because we're just going to run up, whack it with our sword, hit Flash. Actually, no, we should pull it with Flash. Yep. Hopefully I won't pull both of them. Just want one. Alright. We got them both. Alright. Fight with this thing behind us. Kinda looks like the same mobs that we were fighting in the first fight with Rhapsodies of Vanadil. A little bit. They're definitely not hitting me very hard. Be close enough? $757 capacity points, so that's not terrible. Oh goodness! Taru's unable to defend themselves. I was not able to keep hate even with my weapon skill. Okay, don't do bone breaking barrage. Just... yeah, that wasn't so good. Alright, 777 capacity points. We're gonna call that lucky. Dig. We're just gonna follow the left wall. And that should take us to the home point crystal. Ish, we think. Probably. Rams! Oh, oh. Okay. Apparently we got a lot more damage than what we thought we were going to. Here, get a cure 4 on me. Wintry Cave. Hopefully we can attack this. Oh good, we can attack it. Here's my Tarus. I was all like, oh, I'm glad I cast the cure 4 on myself. And yay for a Jito Marajito. Totally out of space, aren't we? Yeah. Alright, so we got the... oh, we can eat both of these. Another E? I've ever seen a V before. I got 150. Hopefully less than... oh! Baraha did his thing. Or was it Robo Akpo that did it? Funny. Ability... maybe I can... get hate back? There we go. That's all it took was a cure 4. Like Pong all of a sudden. Come on, Shantoto. Ability, weapon skills, circle blade. Didn't had any effect either. Interrupted. Okay, of all the lair reeves that we've done, this has probably been the most entertaining. We're using Tarus that like AoE spells. Almost dead. I know we're supposed to be working our way towards the home point crystal. Alright, Savage Blade for the win. Ta-da! Okay, we got a chunk of Urgan Brass. If I remember correctly, that's something needed for something. Something. Needed for something. Spectral Dig is right there. How much battle did we get? Gold 37. We also got a bigger one. Yeah, 3,000 limit points there, 3,000 bailed there. 1280, 1280. So, okay. One way of getting stuffs. We got the pinch of high purity one, so I think those are used for something, but I don't remember what. Excuse me. So anyway, we're at midnight. Need to get ready for bed because I gotta work again. Only we could do this all day. Every day. When you know you might have a problem with. But oh well. Always just sell those. Okay. Probably give it to someone. Do they sell for something? I think 30k was the last time when I was looking at a price. Was the idea. Ashen tigers. Also easy prey. Fortunately, I still have Thinking Invis up. One of these days, I'm going to run right past it. Yep, 30k. It's always one of the things that I'm worried. Is like, do you really want to sell it? What if you wanted to acquire? What if you needed it for something? And of course, if we did, we probably need like what 10,000 of them. Sounds about right. All right, so I'm just going to assume that this home point would lead us to this triple question mark, which would lead me to think that this is where we would go if we were going to fight that snow tiger, which we're totally not ready to do yet. So we will go ahead and call it quits here on this mission. Tomorrow we will continue on with Ajaka. But once I figure out what they are for, I'm just going to sell. LOL. There you go. Still so much to do in this game, even after you get all the conquest points done. Once we get all the story missions done, there's still a lot of story left. We're not even in chapter 4 yet. For how many chapters there are. But making progress. Fun time. I'm not sure what to do next. Later, man. There's so much. Yeah. I'm thinking Voidwalker. Just to have it unlocked. But yeah. But not tonight. Save that for another week. Get all this taken care of. Alright, y'all. Have a great time. Stay safe. If not, have fun. But don't get caught.